大家好. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, it's a great honor for me to be invited to Shanghai Forum, and it's a wonderful opportunity. I appreciate Fudan Dashi, Professor Fon, and all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have come here to Shanghai twice. I love Shanghai and Fudan Dashi. Now I introduce myself. My name is Hiromi Ishizuka, and my specialty is labor economics. Especially women's work, young people's work, and the labor market in Japan and Korea and China. And for a couple of years, I made several papers for a member of a Japanese governmental research project. The name of the project is Impact of Diversity and Work-Life Balance. And then we examined 300 companies in each 3 countries. Today, I use the output of my analysis. Of course, this presentation view is solely mine and does not represent the Japanese government views. Okay, today I'm talking about gender diversity in management and work-life balance policies have started in Japan just now, comparison with China and Korea. The outline of today presentation is as follows. At first, background, and second, current situation and finding in Japan and also Chinese labor market. At last, conclusions. I give you one question. Is the Japanese economic gender gap bigger or smaller than China or Korea? How about that? The answer is in figure 1, this figure. Blue graph is for Japan, and red is for China, and green for Korea. And line graph is for the United States. The answer is Japanese gender gap is bigger than China and smaller than Korea. Please look at figure again. According to the economic gender gap by the World Economic Forum in 136 countries and areas, Japan is in the 104th place. China is 62nd. Korea is 118. And then the United States is just 6th. In other words, in these 3 countries, the gender gap is big. Is that all right? And why do I focus on these 3 countries? Because these countries have at least 3 common points. Firstly, they are in Northern East Asia. Secondly, their roles in the world economy will increase from now on. Company expansion and the people's employees movement will obviously increase inside Asia. Thirdly, they have Confucian thought. Generally, Confucianism tends to include gender gap. And you look this figure again. How will women distribute lifetime into work and life? Figure 2 shows the labor force participation rate by age group. The left panel is for women, while the right panel is for men. A blue line is for Japan, and red is for urban China, green is Korea, and the dashed black line is all for China. Comparing the shape of women and men eventually, they are quite similar. Men continue to work from their 20s until retirement age around 60s. On the other hand, looking at the women, the Japanese trend is similar to in Korea. We call them M-shaped curve. That means that when young, they work and quit their job once, and then they go back to work again. Therefore, the M-shaped curve is drawn. Figure 3 is same of figure 2. This is especially focused on Japanese women and Chinese women. Firstly, please look at blue Japanese line. The left peak means women are unmarried and full-time employees. On bottom out, they interrupt their career for marriage and child rearing. The right peak means married with childcare work and temporary job. On weekdays, her husband leave the house at 7 o'clock in the morning and come back home at 11 o'clock in the evening. Nursery schools in metropolitan areas are often waiting for cancellation. It increased that the young husband work in temporary job is necessary for his wife to make money. Therefore, Japanese women will carry a double burden. That means she works inside and outside of the house. The inside work means childbirth, childcare, housework, and so on. It's different in China, of red Chinese line. When young, they continue to work to them, and they quit their late 40s. The retirement age for women is generally at the age of 50, whereas for men it's 60. Comparing two lines, China's urban Chinese rate is higher than Japan's in 30s. Japan is higher than China after their late 40s. According to the outcome of my study in Japan and Korea, the ratio of women among the employee, manager, company executive, and board members are lower than Chinese urban areas. In Japan, employees get promoted first in their late 30s. We call this late promotion. However, many women resign before late promotion. The People's Republic of China was founded in 1949, as you know, with gender equality employment policies in the planned economy that basically means have a gender quote, I think. And now, Chinese system has almost no special provisions, I think, protecting women. Work hours are not so long, and continuous employment is common. However, as you know that the retirement policy, women and men differently. And next, according to my analysis, the new type of full-time housewives in the developed countries has increased. Chinese women have held the conventional double burden of playing the role of a good wife and wife mother, I heard. When the high-level role at home began to include the cultivation of aesthetic sensitivity in children, from the 1980s. The burden increased, and then some young women desired to become full-time housewives. According to my study, the probability of this mother living with 0 to 12 years old children work in employment decreased. In other words, mothers quit their jobs for child care. In China, a parent is enthusiastic about one-child education. Also in Japan, however, it seems that Korea and China are stronger than Japan. Next. I will conclude my presentation. First of all, Japanese labor market is changing recently. For example, we face declining and aging in population. The population peak passed already in 2008 already. A number of children decreased and elderly increased. The national debt increased to maintain the perfect public pension system. In these 2 decades, the Japanese economic growth was diminishing and the deflation was expanded gradually. Third, the rate of women and men who go to higher education is approximately same. And then excellent women who wanted to work definitely increased. From 2012, Japanese cabinet of the Prime Minister Abe introduced the original economic policy we called Abenomics. Abenomics composed 3 arrows. That means first is, as you know, fiscal policy. Second is monetary policy, especially the third arrow is growing strategies. The shining women, creating a society in which women shine, we call Womanomics, is included in these growing strategies. The governmental campaign 202030 means that the ratio of women at the manager level will become 30% by 2020. Now, that is just about 10%. It's terrible. It's difficult to achieve 30%, but we try. The Japanese government recognizes women as valuable human resources in the workplace and may change the welcome women into the workplace, I think. For a long, long time, Womanomics have been left to Japanese people, especially Japanese women. And Japanese government gave policies a little. Now, gender diversity management and work-life balance policies have started in Japan just now. I hope to achieve Womanomics. That's all for my presentation. Thank you for your kind attention. Thank you very much. 大変失礼します。